going on, members of the Shy Guys squad and MPL fans alike? My name is Dan, otherwise known as Danekii, and I'm your head coach for the St. Louis Sableyes in Season 3 of the Major Pokemon League. And today we're facing off against our Pokeball rival from last season, Blake, the MoxieInfernape, and the Baltimore Braviaries. And yeah, so today I brought a Greninja, Slurpuff, Emboar, Gothitelle, Megalodios, and Registeel, and Blake has brought Mega Glalie, Skarmory, Manaphy, Infernape, Tyrantrum, and this thing is called the Whimsicott. So without further ado, we're just gonna hop into this splendid video, and I'm gonna say right now, Blake made some absolute cash predictions in this battle, and I'm gonna give all credit to him for that. He's gonna lead with Mimsy as I lead with my Greninja, and my switch into Mimsy is Registeel, so I'm going to switch out into Registeel right here, and he is going to go for the U-turn, so you know Scouting is out and also hitting the Greninja for super effective if I did stay in. So he's going to switch out here and he's going to go into his Infernape because that is Mascot Bay, and I'm going to switch into Latias here, and this was a recreation, so he gets a bit of a higher roll against my Latias than he originally did, which does end up mattering just a slight bit in the late game of things. So I'm going to go into Bianca here, my Latias, and he is going to go for the U-turn, and that's going to hurt like a bitch. So he takes some life over recoil, which is all cool and all, and now he's going to switch back into Mimsy, and this game we could be doing for the entirety of this match. But we don't. Well, I'm so tired all the time, I swear to God. But yes, I'm going to switch back into Regimil here, because I ain't want none of that shenanigans, and he's going to go for the Leaf Seed. He could have obviously played the U-turn game the entire time and then see like when I gave up on it. But he would have won a lot on that too. So he's going to go for the Leech Seed here, and now he's going to U-turn again. And I think this time he swapped into the Skarmory. I might be wrong here. I think that's what he did. He could switch into Infernape again, but I think Southwest, that is the Skarmory. Oh, look at me, I remember. I go for Thunder Wave here, go for the Yellow Magic, hoping that he will be paralyzed. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of using Thunder Wave, but it's kind of like Registeel's thing. So now the Skarmory is paralyzed, which is all nice and stuff, and I'm thinking, okay, so Skarmory is here, this is one thing I can trap. This is one thing I can switch into Gothitelle on, and then, you know, make sure that it doesn't do a lot of damage to my team. And he's gonna go for the Stealth Rock, so I'm thinking, okay, so he's stuck here now. I'm gonna go for the Thunderbolt, but he is Shed Shell, but good prep on Blake's part. I didn't even think about Shed Shell until I saw him switch out. So he's going to go back into Whimsicott, which is a really nice counter to my Admiral Akbar. So I'm going to go for Thunderbolt here. That's going to do basically nothing, telling me that he is some... I mean, it did a bit, but I am Spec, so I'm thinking he's some sort of support variant of Whimsicott. So I'm going to switch into Emboar here because it's an Emboar against Whimsicott. And Whimsicott is going to go for the U-turn again, just doing Whimsicott things. And now he is going to switch out into Manaphy. Which right here I should have just thought obvious Walk-on Berry because that's the way to take it. But I didn't really Walk-on Berry didn't cross my mind because I was pretty upset. So I go for the Wild Charge and it does like 25%. He's going to click the Scald and that is going to kill me. So I'm down 6-5. But you know, most victories come out from a 6-5 loss. So Teps goes down, which sucks. And right here, I feel like personally I should have switched into my Gothitelle and not my Latias, but yeah, I fucked up. That sucked. So he's gonna go into Mimsy now as I go for my Mega Evolution. Kinda wish I brought Roost on it, but I didn't. I decided to bring an offensive Megalodios. I'm gonna have to start playing my team. I don't know, I have to start prepping my team for what it is, not for what I want to play with it. I'm gonna go for another Thunderbolt here, just, you know, in case he stayed in. Didn't really matter. He's just gonna go get some more leftovers recovery, and I can't really switch out because if I do, I die to rocks. So he's gonna go for an Encore here, make sure that I'm locked into Thunderbolt. And the only thing I can hope for is the 10% para chance. That's like my only way of winning this matchup. And I do get that para on the Thunderbolt, which is pretty nice on my end. Very unfortunate for Blake. But he has such a huge lead on me that I don't really think it sets him back anything. So I'm going to switch out my Latias, spare it for Death Fodder. And I'm going to switch into Registeel, because now this thing is paralyzed, and that other thing is paralyzed. Scarberry. Why am I so tired? I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, so I'm gonna get my leftovers recovery, and then he's going to Leech Seed and leftovers and all that shenanigans of healing, and more healing, and even more healing. So I think right here I'm gonna go for a Seismic Toss, because there's literally nothing else unless I do decide to set up my rocks. Because his switching is starting to get kind of annoying. So if I'm smart, I go for Stealth Rocks. If I'm dumb, I go for Seismic Toss. There we go. So I get my hazards up now too, which makes him having to, like, you know, defog, and 1v1 Registeel versus Skarmory never ends until one has to struggle. And with Leech Seed, he's going to whittle me down faster than I can whittle him down. Well, here's why I decided to switch out. Why am I so tired? I'm so sorry, guys. So I'm gonna switch out to Trick my Greninja. And as he's gonna go for a Whirlwind, so he's gonna start phasing things, and I have to, like, forcefully attack stuff. So I'm gonna go into Admiral Akbar here. I'm expecting him to switch out, you know. So I'm gonna go for a Psychic here, which once again is just a bad play on my end, because he is not going to switch out. He's just gonna Whirlwind. He gets a Spadef drop though, which kind of scares this thing out. So Gothitelle is just gonna get Whirlwinded out, and back comes Registeel, which is the nice mon that I kind of don't mind having against him, because, you know, Registeel. And now I don't have any, like, he doesn't have anything to whittle me down outside of, like, Whirlwinding. So I'm gonna go for Seismic Toss here, and that is going to do 50 damage. So we can see kind of what amount of HP he does, and, like, how it does. And then he's gonna go for Roost. And from there, it's gonna be a kind of stally match, because, like, with Registeel and Skarmory, it just kind of goes like that. God damn it! So I'm gonna go for Seismic Toss here, and he's gonna go for a Whirlwind to throw me back out. And I'm just like, God damn it! Stop! So I'm back in with my Gothitelle, and I'm just thinking, well, I think Psychic is just my best play anyways. So I think I clicked Psychic here too, and then I hit his Whimsicott on the switch in, which is nice on my end. So I'm gonna go for Psychic here, and that is going to do some pretty good damage to this Whimsicott. Not quite take it out. He's gonna get some leftovers recovery and then try to do some shenanigans with his Prankster. But he does get fully paralyzed, which I was like, that I needed that. Like, I needed that, or I would have been 6-0'd. So I take out the Whimsicott, luckily enough for me, and then he goes into Wrecking Ball, and I have no switch into Mega Glalie for reasons like everything has been whittled down to the point where I can't take 2 double edges from this thing, and that kinda sucks because my only thing for this thing is Registeel, and it's really weakened. So he's gonna go for a double edge, and that's gonna be the end of fucking Gothitelle. So yeah, that sucks that Gothitelle drops. Wrecking Ball takes a lot of damage though, and I'm gonna go into Trick. I figured that's my best switch against this thing. Can Scald it, can U-turn, do whatever I need to do. Unfortunately, it's not a shiny Greninja, which I wanted it to be. He's gonna switch into Gumdrop the Manaphy. And at this point, my team has been so weakened that Manaphy just kind of beats it 1v1, which is really bad. So I don't even get a Scald Burn, which is something we've been known about for my channel right now. Scald Burns are not a thing for me. Like, seriously, are you guys looking at this? I just don't get Scald Burns. I know he's Hydration now and Rest, and obviously he's going to be a Rest Hydration Manaphy with Rain Dance. So I go for another Scald. It puts him down to 20. I don't even get the burn there, and I'm just like, oh my god, what is life? So he's gonna go for the Rest, which is all good and all on his part, and then he's gonna miss that. Then he's gonna get the Hydration. Now he's wide awake again. So I'm just gonna set up a layer of Toxic Spikes, because at this point I've just given up. Like, I've actually just given up on this match. Like, there's no point in me even trying to do anything anymore. I don't have anything that can take down the Manaphy, and therefore, like, I don't really see a reason to, like, keep on trying. I'm just gonna U-turn out of here, like, in case he wanted to switch into something. I mean, he's not gonna do it because, I mean, everything is so weak. So I switch into Courtney here, Courtney the Cupcake. And I take some rocks damage. He goes for the Scald. I think there was a roll or something at +1 in the rain. I don't remember. I can get the calculator. I don't know. It probably wasn't. So I'm gonna go into Registeel here and think like I can take one. I can take one. I know that Blake has used 2 Scalds. This is his 2nd Scald. A crit and a burn. Now in the long scheme of things, the crit didn't really matter. But it would have stalled rain turns and stuff. He probably would have set up rain again, so maybe. Who knows, but he probably would have just rested in my face. But down goes that, and then goes Latias because the Stealth Rocks, and my Defogger is here, but I don't have Defog on it this week. And then we have Trick. We have our Greninja here. I'm just gonna take some rock damage. Go for the Scald because that's what I got. I have Scald, U-turn, Spikes, and Toxic Spikes. So I'm gonna go for the Scald, not get a burn. He's gonna go for a Scald, probably get the burn if I remember correctly because this game hates me. Oh, he doesn't get the burn. Would you look at that? So I go for another Scald. You know, that's basically how it's gonna be. He's just gonna Scald me down. I do get the burn though, so there's that. If Blake wanted to be a dick, he would have rested in my face. He's gonna go for another Scald, and he doesn't get the burn, so I'm like, what? So I think I just click another Scald right here, and that is going to be game once he clicks the Scald right there, and my Greninja faints. That is game right there. That is a 5-0 victory to Blake in the Baltimore Braviaries. We knocked out his Whimsicott and everything else was alive. Tyrantrum didn't even hit the field thinking about it right now, so beautiful start, you guys. I'm gonna have to snap out of it. I have to snap out of this right now, but we are going to come back. We're going to bounce back, and we're gonna prove, like, after now, week 2, we face off against Cypher. Scary team, but we're not gonna fail. I need to just climb that hill and just get on the upturn now because I've been going too far down to the point where I'm struggling to see a way up, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna have to play my A game. I'm gonna have to step it up because I'm tired of all this losing and waste of prep. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you've enjoyed, hit that like button down below. Go check out Blake. His links will be in the description. Hit him up with a subscribe, hit him up with a Twitter follow, and of course, if you're new here, subscribe as well. I mean, I'm not a good battler. You guys obviously see that. And I'm gonna just, you know, talk to you guys later. Peace.